Have you ever felt like time just stopped? Or maybe it sped up without warning? Imagine walking down a familiar street, only to realize seconds or hours have vanished without a trace. In Japan, there are stories that blur the line between reality and the unimaginable, where people experience time warp so disturbing, they're left forever changed. Today, we're diving into 8 real-life horror stories that'll make you question everything you know about time. You start seeing moments from your past overlap with the present, making it hard to distinguish reality. Imagine walking down the quiet, narrow streets of Kyoto at dusk, the fading light casting long shadows that seem to whisper secrets. The air is thick with the scent of cherry blossoms, a smell that should bring comfort but instead sends a shiver down your spine. You're here to clear your mind, to escape the chaos of Tokyo, but the past won't let you go. As you pass by an old tea house, you catch a glimpse of your younger self through the window, laughing with friends you haven't seen in years. Your heart races, your breath catches. You blink, and the image is gone, replaced by the empty interior of the shop. The streets feel colder now, the shadows longer. You quicken your pace, but the echoes of laughter follow you, a sound that shouldn't be there. You turn a corner, and suddenly, you're not in Kyoto anymore. You're back in your childhood home, the walls familiar yet foreign. The air smells of your mother's cooking, a meal she hasn't made in decades. You reach out to touch the wall, and just like that, you're back on the street, the present crashing around you like a wave. Your phone buzzes in your pocket, a message from a friend asking where you are. You don't know how to answer. The line between then and now is blurred, and you're left standing there, questioning everything you thought you knew about time, about memory, about reality itself. Time seems to loop in short bursts, forcing you to relive the same terrifying moments over and over. Imagine walking down a narrow alley in Tokyo at night, the neon signs flickering inconsistently, casting long shadows that seem to move on their own. You're late, rushing to meet a friend, but then you notice something off. The same cat crosses your path 3 times in a row, each time with the same exact movement. Your phone buzzes with a message from your friend. Where are you? You're late. But you just got that message 5 minutes ago. The air grows thick, your breath visible in the cold, yet it's summer. You start running, but every turn leads you back to the same dimly lit vending machine, its light humming a tune you swear you've heard in a dream. The more you try to escape, the tighter the loop becomes, until you're not sure if you're running towards something or away from yourself. And then, just as suddenly as it began, it stops. You're at the meeting spot, your friend looks at you confused, you've been here the whole time. But your watch is broken, stuck on the same minute, and in your pocket, a ticket stub for a movie that hasn't been released yet. Your reflection in the mirror ages rapidly while you remain the same, creating a horrifying disconnect. It starts in a small, dimly lit apartment in Tokyo, where the walls are thin and the air feels heavy. The protagonist, a young office worker named Akira, is getting ready for another mundane day. He stands in front of the bathroom mirror, half asleep, splashing water on his face. But when he looks up, something's off. His reflection blinks a second too late. Akira freezes, his heart pounding. He leans in closer, and that's when he sees it, the fine lines around his reflection's eyes deepening, the hair graying at the temples. His own face, aging right before his eyes, while he feels no different. Panic sets in. He touches his face, expecting wrinkles, but his skin is smooth. The reflection, however, now shows a man decades older, mouthing words Akira can't hear. He stumbles back, knocking over a shampoo bottle. The sound snaps him out of his trance, and when he looks back, the mirror is normal. But the fear lingers. Was it fatigue? A trick of the light? Or something far more sinister? Days pass, and Akira avoids mirrors, but the dread follows him. Then, one night, he catches his reflection in a store window, older, weary, staring back with a knowing smile. Akira runs, but the question haunts him: is time slipping away from him, or is he slipping through time itself? Clocks around you stop or move backwards, signaling that time is no longer linear in your experience. Imagine walking through the narrow, dimly lit streets of Tokyo's old district, the air thick with the scent of rain on concrete. Your phone's GPS has been acting up all night, leading you in circles past the same eerie, shuttered storefronts. Then, you notice it, the clock above a forgotten cafe. Its hands are frozen at 3:17 a.m., the same time your watch shows, but you could have sworn you've been walking for hours. Your breath quickens as you pass another clock, this one in a pawn shop window, its hands spinning counterclockwise. A cold sweat breaks out as you realize the streets are too quiet, the usual hum of the city replaced by an oppressive silence. Your heart races, pounding against your ribs like it's trying to escape. You start running, but no matter how fast you go, the same landmarks loop around you. The fear is paralyzing, yet you can't stop moving, driven by the primal need to escape this distortion. Then, as suddenly as it began, you're back on your familiar route, the city sounds rushing back. But your watch is still stuck at 3:17 a.m., and the cafe clock is nowhere to be seen. Was it all in your head? The question lingers, unanswered, as you hurry home, too afraid to look at another clock. You hear voices from your future self warning you of events that haven't happened yet. It starts in a small, dimly lit apartment in Tokyo, where the hum of the city is a constant backdrop. The protagonist, a young office worker named Akira, is alone, trying to unwind after another grueling day. Then, the whispers begin, soft at first, almost indistinguishable from the white noise of the fridge. But they grow clearer, more insistent. "Don't take the train tomorrow," the voice says, sounding eerily like Akira's own but laced with a desperation he's never felt. The next day, haunted by the warning, Akira hesitates at the station, watching as his usual train departs without him. Hours later, news breaks of a horrific accident on that very line. The coincidence is terrifying, but what's worse is when the voice returns, this time with a new warning. Akira's world begins to unravel as he questions whether these are premonitions or something far more sinister. The line between reality and nightmare blurs, leaving him, and the audience, wondering what's real and what's yet to come. Objects from your childhood appear in your adult life, untouched by time, as if placed there by an unseen force. Imagine walking into your apartment after a long day at work. Everything seems normal until you notice something on your coffee table. It's your favorite toy from when you were 5, but it looks exactly as it did back then, not a scratch or speck of dust. You haven't seen it in decades, and you definitely didn't put it there. Your heart races as you pick it up, the familiar texture sending a chill down your spine. You start checking around, maybe you're being pranked, but the door was locked, and no one has a key. Then you hear it, a faint lullaby from your childhood, coming from nowhere and everywhere at once. You drop the toy, it shatters on the floor, but when you look down, it's gone. The music stops. Your apartment is silent again, but the air feels heavier, like something's watching, waiting. You'll never forget that night, and you'll always wonder, what else from your past is waiting to reappear? You witness your own death in a dream, only to wake up and find clues that it might not just be a dream. Imagine this, it's 3 a.m. in your tiny Tokyo apartment. The hum of the fridge is the only sound. You just woke up from a nightmare where you saw yourself die in a car crash on the Shudo Expressway. The details were crystal clear, the smell of burning rubber, the sound of screeching tires, the pain. You shake it off, blaming it on stress. But then, you notice your jacket is damp, like you've been out in the rain. And there's a ticket stub in your pocket from a highway toll booth dated tomorrow. Your phone buzzes with a news alert, a fatal crash on the Shudo Expressway. No details yet, but your stomach drops. The dream wasn't just a dream, was it? You're stuck in a loop, living moments before your own death, and the clues are piling up. What do you do when reality starts bending, and you're the only one who notices? People you know claim to have memories with you that you don't recall, suggesting your timeline has been altered. Imagine this, you're sitting in your small, dimly lit apartment in Tokyo, the city's never-ending hum a constant backdrop to your life. Your best friend, someone you've known for years, starts recounting a weekend trip you supposedly took together to Kyoto. But here's the thing, you have no memory of this trip. None. At first, you laugh it off, thinking they're joking. But then others start chiming in, adding details, showing photos you don't remember taking. The air feels heavier, the room tighter, as panic starts to creep in. You check your phone, your social media, nothing. Yet, everyone insists it happened. The more you deny, the more they look at you with concern, like you're the one who's lost it. You start questioning everything. Did you black out? Are you losing your memory? Or is something far more terrifying at play? The thought that maybe, just maybe, your life isn't what you remember it to be. The night ends with you alone, staring at a photo you don't remember being in, wondering what other memories aren't yours, and what that means for your reality.